Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that shapes pretty much everything we do, communication. You know, a lot of us think of eloquence as this rare talent, something you're either born with or you're not. But what if that's just not true? Let's get into it and see how great communication is actually a skill that anyone can build.
I mean, haven't we all been there? You feel like your ideas are just getting lost in translation, or maybe you feel like you're not really being heard. You've got this brilliant point to make, but it just doesn't land right. It's a super common frustration, but it's one we can definitely fix. And here's the thing, this really gets to the core of it all. Being a great communicator isn't some kind of magic. It's a craft. It's a bunch of practical, learnable skills that, honestly, with a little bit of focus and practice, anyone can get good at. So let's get you equipped.
To make this all feel a bit more real, I want you to picture it like you're building a personal toolkit, right? You wouldn't try to build a house with just one tool, like a hammer. It's the exact same idea with communication. You need the right tools for different jobs. So our toolkit has three main parts. We're going to start with the most important one, the foundation. And that's all about how to listen and really understand. Then we'll build on that with expression, how to speak with real impact. And we'll wrap it up with the polish, which is all about the little things you can do in writing to make your communication really shine.
So where do we even start? Well, it might sound a little backward, but powerful communication doesn't begin with talking. It starts with listening. This is the absolute bedrock. If you don't have this foundation of genuinely understanding others, your own words are just never going to connect.
And we're not just talking about passively waiting for your turn to speak. Nope. We are talking about active listening. This is about full-on concentration. I mean, hearing the words, yeah, but also picking up on the tone, the body language, and the emotion that's hiding behind the message. It's the difference between just hearing noise and actually decoding what it all means. Okay, so how do we actually do this? Here are 4 super clear steps. First, just give your full attention. Put the phone away, seriously. Second, show that you're engaged. Simple things like nodding or making eye contact. Third, ask good questions, open-ended ones that start with how or what, to really get them talking. And finally, reflect it back. Just saying something like, okay, so what I'm hearing is, can save you from so many misunderstandings. And this right here is the real power of active listening. It forces you to pause. And that little pause, that's where the magic happens. Instead of having some knee-jerk emotional reaction, you give yourself a second to come up with a thoughtful, empathetic response. That tiny gap in time is where real connection gets built and where so much conflict is avoided. All right, so once we have that foundation of listening locked in, we can start building on it with our second tool, expression. Now we're going to focus on how to use our own voice, our words, and our presence to get our message across with real clarity and impact. Think of this as a quick checklist before you speak. Are you being concise, or are you kind of hiding behind a lot of jargon and filler words? Are you thinking about who you're talking to and adapting your language? A really easy trick is to just slow down a little. It immediately makes you sound more confident. And you know that pause we just talked about for listening? It's just as powerful when you're speaking. It gives your key points the space they need to really land.
You know, of all the tricks in the book, there is one that is an absolute superpower: telling stories. Our brains are literally wired for narrative. You can throw a bunch of facts and figures at someone, and they'll probably forget them. But a story sticks. It makes ideas relatable and makes sure your message gets remembered way after you've stopped talking.
This brings us to a really critical point. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. If your words say, I'm interested, but your tone is totally flat and you're looking at the floor, guess what people are going to believe? They'll always believe the nonverbal stuff. That mismatch just creates distrust. But when your words and your body language are all saying the same thing, that's when you build instant trust. Okay, our final tool in the kit brings everything together. I call it the polish. This is where we take all these same ideas about clarity and impact and apply them to writing, and where we really commit to getting better over time. Look, it doesn't matter if it's a huge report or just a quick email. Clear writing is so important. Before you even type a single word, get your thoughts organized. What's your main point? Then be brief. Use short paragraphs, use bullet points, make it easy to read. Use formatting like bold to guide the reader's eye, but please avoid shouting in all caps. And finally, always proofread. One quick read through can save you from some really embarrassing mistakes. But look, just having the tools isn't the end of the road. It's really just the beginning. Getting great at communication is a lifelong practice. So go out and ask for feedback. Watch speakers you admire, like on TED, and try to figure out what makes them so good. And just practice every chance you get. Most of all, be patient with yourself. Every single conversation is a new chance to get just a little bit better.
So, we've gone through the 3 essential tools for your communication toolkit: listening, speaking, and writing. The question is, what are you gonna do with them now?
What you have right now is more than just a list of tips. It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint for having fewer misunderstandings, for building trust, for making your relationship stronger, and for hitting your personal and professional goals more effectively. Clear communication, that's the vehicle that's going to get you there. We've definitely covered a lot, but any big journey starts with one small step. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Looking at your own communication, which of these 3 tools, listening, speaking, or writing, are you going to start sharpening first? The choice is yours, and the practice starts right now.